Hello, Tech Fellows. Welcome to the third part of my Agentic AI series. So, as you know, today we are going to discuss about agents, ReAct agents. In terms of hands-on application architecture, this is the layer that we are going to implement today. So, before we start, let's discuss what is ReAct agent. So, ReAct agent is nothing but an agent which leverages the reasoning and acting framework. So re comes from reasoning and act comes from acting. So I would like to quickly jump onto Visual Studio Code where we will implement this React agent. So as you remember last time we had created our this MCP server. Just let me give you a quick recap of that. So I have this MCP server which has these two tools or functions. One is performing addition, the other one is performing multiplication. I wrapped this MCP server into a fast API and exposed an endpoint like slash calculate. So I have this agent runtime which has got two files. One is agent.py and the other one is main.py. So we will write our React agent here only. So let's begin. So first, as you know, we need to have import statements. So first I am using this langgraph.prebuild, which will allow me to create my React agent. Another important thing is LangChain adapters. So that is LangChain MCP adapters that I am going to use. And then LangChain core.messages, I am importing human message. So if you remember from my past video that was on MCP servers, my MCP server fast API is running on my local host with this port number. So I'm having that URL. Then I have got my this Azure Chat OpenAI instance where my agent will use this and will do the reasoning and will decide which tool to be called. After that, I'm having this prompt, which is my system prompt, and telling my agent that you are a math agent and responsible for doing some calculations, etc. Right? After that, I have got this chat with agent function, which is the most critical part of this code. So as you see here, my this function is accepting user message and returning the bot response as a dictionary. So this piece is really very important. Here I'm using multi-server MCP client, which comes from MCP adapters, LangChain MCP adapters. This allows me to interact with multiple MCP servers. So here, as you see, this is my server name and this is my URL. So if you remember, this is my MCP fast API URL and the transport I'm using is streamable HTTP. If you want, you can have multiple MCP servers also here, like this. So there might be a server like XYZ server, and then you obviously will have some different URL, so you can have that as well here, and maybe some other server which is ABC server, and then its URL and the transport whatever you want to use. But here I am just going to use one MCP server, so I'll just keep this one, which is our MCP server. After that, you have this tools is equals to client dot get tools. So what essentially this is doing, this is getting the list of all the tools exposed by multi-server MCP client. So if you have multiple MCP servers here, this will give a consolidated list of all those tools. If you want to filter these tools based on your MCP server, you can do that as well. You will have to just pass your server name like this, and your tools will be filtered based on that. So pretty useful thing, but here since I am having just one MCP server, I'm not going to use this. Now after that, the most critical piece of code, which is my create React agent. Here as you see, I'm passing my LLM object, then list of all my tools, my prompt, and the name of my agent. It could be anything. So this is how my LangGraph pre-built React agent will be created here. And then after that, I am just invoking this agent with my user input. So since this is a user input, this is a human message. And after that, I'm just returning this dictionary, which is having status and the response. And then I'm done with my agent layer. So this is the all that needed stuff that I need to create my basic React agent. Now, after that, since I need to now expose this agent again as a fast API so that any front-end application or any consumer or any client can access this. So let's go to this main.py. Here again some basic fast API stuff as you see. The only important thing that I just want to highlight is I'm having my agent here. I'm importing that chat with the agent function here. Then two important things, my models, right? So one is my chat request model, another one is my chat response model. So request will be used obviously to capture my request, and then chat response will have my response. So just one thing that I want to point out here is you need to follow all those best practices. So obviously you need to have your models, you need to have your controllers. But since we are just quickly trying to implement this for our understanding purposes, so I'm just having my both the models here only. And then I'm exposing one health endpoint just to check the health of my this fast API. So this is not mandatory to have, but I'm just having this in case we need to check the health. After that, as you see, this is my chat endpoint, which is a slash chat. And as you see here, this is my response model, and this is my request model, which is giving me my user question. After that, I am again calling my agent here, as you can see, and passing the question coming from the user. So since I'm just concerned about the final response from my agent, so I am using this -1, which gives me the latest response from a bot side. Otherwise, it has all those conversation details, etc., reasoning details, etc. But since I am not looking for that for now, I am just using -1. So this will be the final response from a bot. And here, as you see, I am returning this chat response. And then finally, I've got this main function, which is telling that my this API will run on my local host, and the port would be 8001. So here we are ready with our React agent and that fast API. So let's try to run this. So first, what I want to do, I want to run my MCP server. So let me run that from here. So this is up and running. Then I want to run my this fast API, which is my agent layer. So this also is running. Now, first, let's try to hit this using Postman. So as you see here, I've got this URL which is hitting my chat endpoint. This is the body of my request, and this is the response. So I just run this one more time for you. So let's say if I say add 3 and 5, click on send, and then this should give me the result like 8. So if you see, the result of adding 3 and 5 is 8. So now let's try to hit this fast API from some interface. So I've created a quick interface. So I'm not going to discuss about that interface. You can create your own interface either using some React framework, or maybe simple HTML or JavaScript framework, or you can create some Streamlit a user interface also. So this is the simple interface where I'll be posting my query or question, and then bot will respond. So let's say if I say what is the sum of 5 and 2. So my bot is working, and it is saying that the sum of 5 and 2 is 7. So this is good. Now let's ask some question regarding the multiplication. What is 4 times 5? So I'm here asking about the multiplication. So here you see, I'm not explicitly asking that you need to do the multiplication. I'm just using the natural language, and bot, my agent, React agent, using the LLM is able to identify question, and then it will do the multiplication. So let's say, so here you see the answer. So far everything is good. Now let me talk about one very important problem here. So let's say if I say what was the sum calculated. So you see, this is saying, could you provide the number that need to be added? So it is not remembering my previous conversation, right? So here comes another important piece that is called short-term memory management. So we are not going to discuss this short-term memory management here. I'll be discussing that in my next video. Stay tuned. Thank you.